Well, and I guess my last thing on this is, I don't know, that stood out to me is, what is the point of all of this runaround today? This case is already a mess. Why make it more of a mess? And why spend all that energy that's not helping to find Summer? I don't understand at all. It doesn't
Hi,
look good.
Josie.
Smoke and mirrors.
Right. Well, and here's the thing is, so if it goes out on social media, okay, so then they have out on social media, and you can see by the time it was out there this morning, by the time that before we were even live, there was already a very big campaign to show that the Step family created all of this, and they're not reliable because Dawn is fine. Now, here's the second part. If it does get out into YouTube land, then there's proof of a leak. When it's not a leak, it's now you leave somebody no choice but to clear their own reputation and their own name when you have a smear campaign set up against them to say that they created some nonsense that came from your mouths.
Yep. So just discredit Mary.
That's sick, guys.
Yeah, this is well, no matter what it is, it comes down to the Step family cannot be counted on to tell the truth, which is ridiculous when he admitted to what he did when he was a child. And hold on, I got some stop signs. They wanted him to play it on his live. Well, so apparently Voices Behind the Wall is stating that the Wells wanted it to be played on Chris's live. Well, sorry, here I am. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. So it's like either you try to discredit the family by putting it out there.
If they only knew what I knew and what I know, okay, it's not my first rodeo, kids. Okay, and what I will play tomorrow, okay, Don's going to have to answer to that because there's a lot more coming.
This is crazy.
Tomorrow night on the interview room. I know it's at 5:00 Pacific time, so make sure you guys set your reminders because there's going to be a call played or some conversations had on the interview room tomorrow night that you're not going to want to miss.
And think about this. Look how I played this. Okay, I put up at 1:00 in the morning the hook, okay? And they took the bait. And what I thought the play was, after I spoke to Mary, I said, "Oh, okay, I know who's behind this." Okay? And I knew one of the targets would have been us, all of us, and it's just not me. It would have been all of us. Okay. But you see, again, this is the second time. It's kind of like when I put up 40 minutes, and Don got ahead of that. Okay. Well, this is now he tried to play me. But unfortunately, I've been doing this a couple of weekends, right? And it's not the first time I've ever been tried to be played, and there'll be a lot more. In fact, we catch murderers for a living with what we do. Okay, so that said, they took the bait because what they did is they had to get out in front of it because I didn't bite. And now, you see who the real victim is here. It's not me. It's Mary and her family and Summer. And this goes to show you they're not thinking correctly over there. We are the ones who are actually thinking about Summer.
Exactly.
And all of the stuff that they're doing, these charades, is just making them look worse. I mean, didn't Don say he's not doing any more interviews recently? So maybe Candace is doing the interviews now. Sounds that way. So, okay, I'm gonna sit in the background. I can't wait to hear this again.
Have you all heard the call, guys?
This is an incredible.
I was gonna have Mary. I know Mary had some things that she wanted to say because I could see her nodding her head and popping in. So I wanted to mute us so that Mary could talk for a minute.
Yeah, when I got that call from Candace last night, it tore me up. Her crying and it's very, very believable, you know. And when I couldn't get a hold of her today, and you know, I was really worried about her, and I even told her I was going to call the cops and have them do a welfare check on her because I was so worried about her. And you know, if this is all just a joke, or whatever it is to I just don't understand why they're doing that. You know, I just can't understand why they're doing that. You know, and of course I'm gonna call my parents and everybody in the family and let them know that Donnie's been arrested. Did you guys not think that I was not gonna call everybody in the family? I mean, we still care about you, you know, even with everything that's gone on, we still care about you, you know. I just don't understand why you're doing this. So, but yeah, that's about all I wanted to say. So,
I feel so bad for her, guys.
Thank you, Mary. I just feel so bad that you even were put through this in the first place.
yeah, I kind of figured that maybe Donnie was recording me or something, or this was kind of a setup. But then Candace sounded so real, and I had to go to the cops today. I was in hysterics, you know, and I haven't heard from Donnie all day long. So I don't know if he's missing, if he actually is missing, and the people that came and took him last night, I don't know. It just really bothered me. I wish he would like come in the chat or something and say, I'm okay, I'm here. Or at least call me and let me know you're okay. Dad's going out of his mind. I don't know if you talked to him yet today, but Mom and Dad are going crazy. So if you are here, Donnie, and you're out there, please at least call Dad and let him know you're okay.
Me too. I think I've smoked a pack today, and it's only 1 p.m.
Can I make one other thought here? Just give another thought. You know, the fact that they chose Boston as a place where he would have been extradited, okay, in that call, which you'll hear again, that they said they were going to fly into Boston. Okay. Well, that would have had to been the U.S. Marshals to do that. And that means if it was a federal case, it would have been a federal sex trafficking case. Because the district, the courts there, okay, because where they would have held him in downtown at the federal building, okay, that's where Whitey Belger was held. Okay. When they hooked up Whitey, they flew to Boston. Okay. So the fact that got played into that also tells me that they didn't know the narrative correctly. And because, I mean, think about that. When Mary called me, she goes, why would they have taken him to Boston? And we talked about this. I said, well, that would have been a hub for the U.S. Marshal Service. Okay. And if that's the case, maybe this is a situation, if that was true. And at the time, at 1 o'clock in the morning, she didn't know, I didn't know, okay, at that time.
Hey, Ashley.
I said, but if that's the case, then this is now gone out in different, fingers. The feds have now connected, different pieces of the puzzle. But the moment I heard, personally, and the only reason I knew this is because of, Southern California, right? That area is owned by MA. Okay? And as a fact, so I'm like, okay, well, I even know, we were aware of who the shot callers were, and that's what they call them, shot callers. Okay? Guys who actually plan this kind of stuff from prison, by the way. None of this stuff is planned on the street. Okay? And so this would have been a big deal. But the fact that they put it on the cops to come in at 1 o'clock in the morning to do this, you know, the dead giveaway was there's no helicopter involved.
Oh, that's awesome, Shannon.
Remember when they went after Don the first time on that piece of property? They had the FBI, they had the sheriff's department, they had TBI. Okay? It was a task force.
Same here, Ashley. I just had to have medication.
It's called the Violent Criminal Apprehension Task Force. Okay? And those are the guys that would have gone up there at 1 o'clock in the morning if they were going to hook him up.
It is insane.
So, you know, I'm sorry, Mary, again, that you have to experience this.
Yeah, that's not
I
fair.
absolutely, you know, just think that you, Vanessa, and Teresa are top shelf. You know, you got your show is
Oh my
just
God,
100% out front in terms of this is the truth. Okay.
We'll chat in a minute.
You know, when you're getting bashed for it, okay, then you know you're doing the right thing. Ask any
Me
police
too,
officer in this
Ashley.
country today that's wearing a badge. Okay, how many people like them and how many people hate them? Okay. The fact that you guys are doing the right thing and gave Mary a voice here from the get-go, and that voice is now turned into 6 other women coming forward with Jeannie. Well, a total of 6. But in my opinion, that's just the tip of the iceberg.
You cannot leave red.
There's going to be more.
There is going to be more.
And Mary has been a strong advocate for doing the right thing here, knowing that in her heart, and I don't want to speak for you, Mary, I'm just speaking for what we have talked about at length. Okay, and forgive me. Okay, I'm not trying to be insensitive or, you know, say I know everything, because I don't, by the way, for the record. Okay, but I do know, okay, that she's been a victim, and not only in this one, but when she was 13 years old.
Yeah.
And I also know that Jeannie has been a victim from the age of 5 to the age of 12.
Exactly.
And I know who the victimizer was. So for me, there are 2 issues: finding Summer and resolving this 37-year-old or 37 years of behavior that needs to be ended and a cycle broken, okay, within that whole circle of environmental influence is what I'll call it. Okay. So, you know, kudos to you women, and you know, keep pressing forward.
Thank you, Chris. And obviously, you know, we're big fans of all the stuff you've done with this, and it is about getting to the truth. And I think it was really upsetting today. I know we all feel that way, that listen to this call, because it's just what's gone on with this case in the first place. And then today, just an actual layer. It's just disgusting, for lack of a better term. It really is. This is about Summer. All the energy and resources should be put into finding her.
I would say set up by Don and
So this is
Candace, Shannon.
unbelievable.
I don't know about the other crew.
Okay, are you guys ready to play the call one more time, Leslie? I don't know if you mind getting that started for us.
Yeah, no problem.
Hello? Hey, man. Hey. What's going on, Candace? They just took Bonnie away. Who did? The boys. They did? How come? I don't know. They weren't telling the reason why. But they're flying off to Boston, Massachusetts. They're flying him off to Boston? Yeah. Really? Oh my gosh, Candace. You know, they didn't tell you why? No. So what they do, they just knocked on the door and came in and cuffed him and took him? Yeah. Oh my God. I'm so sorry, Candace. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I wish they would have told you the reason why.
It's so hard to understand her, isn't it?
Oh, really? Wow, Candace, I'm really sorry. I'm so sorry, Candace. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
I don't know where to
I
start,
I feel so
absolutely,
bad for
Eloise. I really
you. I
don't.
wish I was there. I wish I could hold you, Candace.
But hi, we'll chat in a little bit.
He's never been near the kid as long, ever. He's always been the greatest father. Right? Oh my gosh, Candace, I'm so sorry.
She's a good faker, isn't she?
Gosh. So you don't think that they're just gonna take him for maybe a couple of days and release him? No, I don't think so. You don't think so? Well, our friends did. I don't know, Candace. I don't know. They might just take him maybe for a couple hours. Maybe they're just taking him to question him or something. You know what I mean? Why would I take him to Boston? Yeah. Well, why would I take him all the way to Boston? This is the question, I don't know. Boston? I don't know. You don't have any ties in Boston that I know of, right? Not that I know of. The only places he's ever been is like Federal. That's all I know. Federal.
Exactly, Red.
Yeah, I don't know, Candace. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Unmasked Miss Justice.
Nobody knows. Oh my gosh. I know. Is your mom coming back? No. She's not? From the Capitol. That's all I know. Wow. Wow, that is just crazy, Candace. That is crazy. Wow. I'm really sorry to hear that, Candace. God. I can't believe that they didn't, I don't know, they didn't say something to you. You know what I mean? And then, so they said that they were going to take him to Boston. Are you sure they didn't say Utah? Over the Mexican mafia stuff. Oh, right. So do you know anything about that?
Imagine how his dad feels right now, guys.
Wow. Well, did Donnie ever come into some money that you knew about or anything? About $80,000. I don't know. Wow. My goodness. Yeah, that's just really crazy.
That's true, Charlotte.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy, Candace. I don't understand what's going on, because if they're going to extradite him to Boston, I just don't know why they would do that, and that's... Wow, yeah. Huh? drug cartel, is that what you said? They're gonna kill him and hurt him? Yeah. Well, if he's messed up in drugs, Candace, that's not your fault, okay? That's not your fault, Candace, okay? And there's not a lot you can do about that, you know? There's not, you know, you can stand behind him and be there for him, Candace, you know? But yeah, you know, and I just, oh my gosh, I just don't know. I don't know what to tell you, Candace. Do you think he had something to do with Summer's disappearance? In my heart, I don't. In your heart, you don't? No. That's because you love him, Candace. He's your husband. You know? But, you know, I just don't know, Candace. I mean, I hate this. I don't want to say, you know, he had anything to do with it, you know. But you never know, you know. I said 27, the mom did cartel. And children, wow. Okay. Sure. They're very ready. No, he said 22. The mom said they have it. They're ready. Well, that's just great. I don't know, Candace. That's just great. I don't know what to tell you. I'm really sorry. I feel really bad for you, Candace. So your mom don't plan on coming back, huh? No. Oh, God. Shit's great. Oh my goodness sakes. That's great. Oh, is that because of what came out today on YouTube?
Hi, Mari. Hi, Sally.
Right, yeah, you don't watch them. I don't know. I was seeing something today, and I don't know. It was showing messages between the two people. And so, I don't know if that's the reason or not. You know? I want my kids back. Well, Candace, I'm sure you're going to get your kids back. If you didn't have anything to do with this, and Donnie did, you will get your kids back, Candace, okay? Don't worry about that, because you will get your kids back. They will help you, Candace. They will find a safe place for you, and you will get your kids back. I don't know anything about Donnie. Right. Yeah, I know you don't.
Same here,
Ashley.
Ashley.
That's what I'm saying. You know, don't try not to worry about it, because you will. You'll get your kids back.
Hell no.
So try not to worry about that, okay? Just because they took Donnie don't mean that you won't get your kids back, okay? Are you okay? I guess you're not, are you?
Mary.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah. I can't right. Right. You need to calm down and, I don't know, smoke a cigarette and just sit there and calm down, Candace, you know. Try not, I know it's hard, but try not to worry, okay? Try to 27. And they're killing him. They're trying to kill him. Wow, I didn't know that. He didn't say anything to me, Candace. Yeah, Candace, he hasn't said nothing to me, so I don't know what's going on. I mean, I did read about that, about him owing money.
No, it's a real
people,
call, Red,
I
from
just thought
Candace
it was just
to
another
Mary.
rumor, you know? It's top secret again.
But the story is fake. Candace is faking it all.
It's just crappy. Candace. Oh, I'm really sorry, Candace, dear, but they took him. I know, Candace, right? I bet you've been going crazy. I mean, I'm sure of it, you know, and don't worry about your boys because your boys are safe, you know, and try not to worry about Summer because she's out there. I believe she's still out there, okay? I don't know. I wish I knew. Candace, I wish I knew who she was. But I believe that she's still out there and she's going to find her way home. You know, and try not to worry about your boys, okay? Because they're safe right now. Your boys are good where they're at. And you will get your boys back. You know, so try not to worry about that, okay? They're going to Boston. His cell phone, and they're beating Donnie up. The cops are beating Donnie up? Is that what it is? Yeah. Well, I don't think they're gonna beat him up, Candace. I think they probably. I think they just want to pull him in and talk to him, Candace. I'll bet you 10 to 1. I'll bet you 10 to 1 they're just going to pull him in and talk to him and release him, okay? I'll bet they are. Huh? I don't think they are. I'll bet you they do. I'll bet you they're just going to pull him in and talk to him.
Okay, Miss Justice.
Going all around. I mean, why would you go to Boston? No, that don't make sense, does it? But they could have just been saying that. You know, they could have just been saying that, Candace. I'll bet you 10 to 1 that they're probably just going to pull him in and just talk to him and find out what these rumors are going around, okay? They're torturing him. I don't think they will, Candace. They are. Well, you know what? If they do beat him up or something, he can press charges, Candace, for them doing that to him. Right, but I don't think they will, Candace. I really don't think they will because that's against the law. They can't do that, and I think they know that. You know, but cops nowadays, they don't care about nothing. I know they don't care about it. Yeah, I know they don't, but really, Candace, I really do think that they probably just pulled him in for probably a few hours, and I'll bet you 10 to 1 they'll probably end up releasing him tomorrow.
Well, then why were they taking them all the way to Boston? Why were they just taking here?
I think they were. I think they were just saying that, Candace. I think they were just telling you that, you know, or telling Donnie that to scare him. So I really do think they're just going to pull him in for a few hours and release him. He'll probably be back home tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon. So try not to worry about it too much, okay? I think they were just trying to scare Donnie and stuff. I think they're just going to call him in and talk to him for a while and then probably release him. So
It's messed up. It's so messed
they
up.
probably will, Candace.
Like
You
sick
gotta look
messed
at
up.
it logical. That's probably all they're going to do. Boston is a long ways away, but
Hi, Holly.
you know, I don't know. You know, I just have no clue, Candace. Like I said, I think they're just going to pull him in for a few hours and then release him, Candace. I really do. You know, try not to think of other things, okay? Just keep it in your mind that they're probably just going to talk to him and then release him, okay?
Yeah.
And he'll be okay. He'll be all right. They're not going to beat him up, Candace. Okay? Yeah, I know you do, Candace. I know you do. I know that I know you love him. He's your husband. Of course you do. You know?
Remember the kids who I've known for 14 years?
Yeah.
That bit you can
right.
tell it's Candace.
Right. Yeah, I know, Candace. That's why I was asking. I mean, is your mom going to come back and get her? Huh?
They're constantly here.
Oh, okay. Well, do they want to talk to you?
No.
Is Donnie still outside with him?
No.
Oh. Huh. Well, what are they doing? Just sitting in the
They're
backyard?
driving back to the police car and then leaving me inside. They won't let me talk to them. They won't talk to me at all.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess the best thing for you to do, just try and relax, Candace, okay? And just sit
They told me
down.
to get off the phone.
Huh?
They told me to get off the phone.
Oh, they did? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll let you go, okay? If you want, call me back after they leave, okay?
Okay.
All right. Bye.
Guys.
Wow. That's like the fifth time I've listened to this now, and it gets more intense and more crazy every time I listen.
I agree. It was so intense. I found myself thinking, well, is it possible that she believes that? But yeah, that's just unbelievable.
Academy Award winning if that's fake. I'm telling you that there's sobbing and like blurring of words and or slurring, I should say, slurring of words. It's just, I don't know. It's incredible. The other thing is, and I hate to even put this out there in the universe, is there something going on that she actually thinks that this is happening?
That's what I was wondering.
They need to find out if he's home or not. To squash
I have
all
no
of this.
clue, and I don't know if she was drinking before she called me. But I don't know.
Surely they can do a
She
welfare
sounds
check.
pretty sincere to me.
You know? But Mary said she's been to the police.
Where was
So
Summer in that call?
exactly.
I'm
Chris?
confused. And the purpose of the call? Right? I mean, call your stepsister and by the
It's
way,
retaliation.
what phone that came in on her phone number, right, Mary?
On Candace's phone.
So your phone in your contact box lit up Candace Wells?
I
So
just
is there
have
any
her put in
question in
there
your
as
mind?
Candace. Yeah.
It's retaliation
Yeah, so it came
for
up as
Chris's
Candace.
post
And
yesterday,
how
the
often have you
community
talked to her
post.
on that phone?
That's what I believe.
Well, I've only talked to her a couple of times. With Donnie, they had it on speaker, and then I was like talking to Donnie one time, and then talking to her, and kind of back and forth. So
Yeah, that's what I thought,
I'm
Ashley.
guessing that's why my number was in her phone, because Donnie had called me back once or twice from her phone. So.
And what about the neighbour that apparently went over there and seen the sheriff
you
there?
talk to them, that's the number that comes up when they call you and you've spoken to both Donnie and Candace. So in your mind, was there any question that was either Don or Candace calling you when that came up?
Well, as soon as the phone rang and I looked at it and it said Candace, I thought, oh, there's Donnie. And so I answered it, and then it was Candace. So I was like, oh, wow. But I did tell her in one of the phone calls that I was with Donnie, when they were both on speaker, I just told her, I said, Candace, if you need anybody to call or talk to or anything, don't hesitate to call me. So, and it just really made me feel like that phone call made me feel like she has nobody. She has nobody to call but me, No. And it just made me feel really bad and really sorry for her.
Why wouldn't she call her mom?
Now that everything's coming to light and it's looking more and more like it was just a setup and a big game, I guess, to them.
Absolutely.
I just don't know. It's like unreal. I can't believe that they even did that to me. It's just, I don't know. It's just totally unreal. I don't understand what they're doing, I just don't understand what's even going through their minds,
The timing is impeccable. I'll just say that.
Trying to hire a PI and everything else when my daughter's missing. No way. Nope. That wouldn't even happen.
That's what I mean, Ashley. The timing of falling out with the shares.
Yeah, and hire a PI to set
and Chris's post yesterday, it's like they've lost their minds.
What's leaking? They should be sitting with the cops and saying, let's do a control phone call. Because we're cooperating to help find Summer. Instead, they got somebody sitting there, maybe coaching her before this whole call went down. And if this was, a run up to the big play, i.e. last night, and they thought about this for a week, that in of itself is really concerning.
But why would the shares shoot themselves in the foot by saying they'll never talk to him again?
The case, and we don't know that, but that's what is circulating. If that's the full circle here, well, why not put that energy towards finding Summer and not finding leaks on YouTube?
Because that's not what they're worried about. They're worried about themselves.
Here, which, in my opinion, raises the question about mens rea. And maybe the PI can explain what mens rea is for them. Because this was a specific intent.
Exactly.
Type of act. And those are all measurable. These behaviors are all measurable towards mens rea. And if they do find Summer and she is deceased, God forbid, and they happen to come up in the circle, all of these things that they're doing here are going to go towards
Hi,
that
Jen.
mens rea, which means evil mind. And you have to have certain acts of behavior
I
to measure
agree,
that
Jen.
and to prove the element of intent, which is, would go towards maybe the problems here in the big picture. So again, I'm sorry that this happened to you, Mary. But I'm grateful that Vanessa and T have given you this platform personally.
I just have to run to the toilet, guys. I'll be 1 minute.
Yes, me too.
Sorry, navigating this echo is a nightmare.
That's like a full-time job right there.
It really is. It's like, yeah.
And then is Chris frozen for you guys, or is it just for me?
I think he's frozen.
Okay.
Sure.
I've been frozen a long time.
At least your face didn't freeze in like a weird, like my face always freezes like in a weird spot, and then I sit there for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
I honestly don't even know what else we can say. I mean, I think at the end of the day, it's obviously a very strange situation. Today made for a very strange day. We have no confirmation and Mary, you want to say something?
Yeah, here, we grab this.
Yeah, I wanted to say one thing. This morning I was watching Voices Behind the Wall, and she said, she said she got off the phone like 3 hours ago with Donnie. So she knows he wasn't in jail. Well, not more than 10 minutes later, Candace called me, and I flat out asked her, so was Donnie home with you? She said, no, they still have him. And I'm like, oh, so they still have him? She said, yes. And I have that on recording too. And I just told her, I said, I was just really worried about you, that's why I called you. And she said, well, I don't know why everybody's worried about me. And I said, well, it's because of that phone call I got last night. She's like, oh, I'm fine. I'm just watching TV and I'm fine.
Yeah, no worries.
So, I mean, if everybody wants to hear that phone call, they can hear that one too. But it wasn't more than 10 minutes later that she called me after Cher had said she talked to me like 3 hours ago. So I'm wondering, did Cher actually talk to me, or did she just send a text? So, I don't know.
It's like minute by minute.
It's
not even hour by hour anymore, guys.
I guess, but I don't know.
I think I have a tumor. I'm not even joking. Like, holy shit.
I believe from my understanding, it was like messenger or texting. And then when she was asked about if it was actually like him, and she said that that's the way he speaks, like that's the way he talks to her via messages. Don't quote me on that, but that's my understanding of that situation, that it was not actually on the phone. She had not heard his voice.
They need to do a welfare check.
I don't know if I don't think we can play it.
Yeah, I'm not comfortable playing that call right now. There's some other context that I don't think needs to be put out there from that call. So the point of it was basically that she just is letting Mary know that he's not home. He's still not home, and she's okay.
Yeah.
Prayer Garden of America says she has the text. She has the text.
Isn't that supposed to be
done?
done?
The text that Cher sent Candace. Do you want to see it? Sure, I'd be happy to see it. You're welcome to message either one of us or
Remember, guys,
info@unmasked.com. You can set it there too. You feel free.
Prayer Garden
Yeah,
of
like I said at the
America
beginning of this,
supposedly
this is all
done.
puzzle pieces. We can't take one puzzle piece and say we have the entire picture. You have to put it all together, and then you'll see what we're actually looking at. This is just a piece of that. It is about Summer because if this is a hoax, if this was fake, if this was a narrative to put out on social media, this is a major issue in the Summer Wells case.
Exactly.
Yes.
They need to drag both their asses in right now. I swear to God.
Oh, hold on, Mary's talking. Sorry, Mary, give me 1 second.
I'm still baffled as to why they would do
We
that.
are too, Mary.
I don't understand.
Like, enough already.
I have a theory, and just to kind of reiterate one of the, I think, and I guess it's better that
I think Donald's just run off. Honestly,
keeps the chat down.
He's gone.
So the theory is that this was a play for the idea that if YouTube bought this, then somebody was going to all of a sudden appear, and it would have been Dawn, saying, see,
No,
you
I
can't
don't
believe
think
everything
that.
you see on YouTube. I'm here.
No.
And therefore, I know who's been lying, i.e. Jeannie and Mary. Okay. And I think it was targeted, at any platform that would have taken it quickly and run with it. Well, when that didn't happen, they panicked. And they circled the wagons, and they knew that there was more coming.
They've set Chris up
And
through
I'll be honest
Mary.
with you, I'll strategically tell you that's why I put a thumbnail up at 3:00 this afternoon. Because I knew they were running out of time, and they knew they were running out of time. And I actually did it while somebody was live.
It's got everything to do with Chris.
So,
in my opinion.
Unfortunately, this is a sad day in the search for Summer Wells.
Do you guys say that?
The parents of Summer Wells pranking YouTube. I've never seen anything like this in all my time. And then pranking, his sister, a victim of his abuse.
Because when you look at it, Jeannie and
that's what
Mary are on Chris's side, guys.
And actually, it just motivates me.
So he's tried to prank the whole three of them.
Somebody's got to be taken out of the picture in terms of, maybe he should be in custody. And that way the authorities can, focus 100% on Summer and not have to worry about being pranked on YouTube. And now flushing this through. I'm glad I'm frozen, Vanessa.
I honestly believe that's what's going on.
I agree, and I think it's really sad too, the whole thing. We felt that way for a while, and this was just took it to a whole other level. Well, I'm sure he is watching. Whoever just said that, the chat's going by too fast. I wouldn't doubt it.
That's okay. I've opened the platform I don't know how many times that Don's welcome to come up and say whatever it is that he feels that needs to be said.
Yeah.
I mean,
Prayer Garden of America.
It's not always one-sided. If he has a reason for why this call happened last night, then by all means, come on up and tell us.
Yep.
And I can't tell if Chris wants to talk ever or not because he's just sitting there all night put together. I know.
I can't either.
Yeah, I mean that's a great point, T. I mean, this is a safe platform to come and talk to you. Yeah, I agree. I think Don should come here, and I think Candace should come here.
Could you imagine
And I
right
think,
now?
they should be able to be asked about, so what just happened?
Exactly.
Why did your wife call your sister? And maybe he is here. Maybe he's watching.
100%
And
he is.
so I think that's a great idea to have a standing invitation to come on Unmasked and talk about, what you were thinking. This is definitely not good for Summer.
They don't care, Chris.
It certainly isn't, and that's the whole focus here.
Yeah, but it's not to them.
And for those of you that doubted it on any platform,
Hell
even
no.
mine and here and others, well, take a look. We're talking about Summer. That's the focus and the clarity here. And unfortunately,
They have to
this
be,
is a sad
Shannon.
day. I
You
agree
would
with you,
think.
Vanessa, 1,000%, and Teresa and Mary. This is a sad day here because it really does get,
Shows their true
get things
character.
convoluted. And folks spent a whole day trying to prove that Don was arrested. Okay? And, we didn't fall for it.
No. Oh, sort of.
Because it wasn't from an official source. And I think the sheriff just came on the news recently and said Don Wells has not been in custody.
Oh, really?
Like
Yeah,
tonight?
I just saw a chat go by that says the sheriff was just on the news a little bit ago. I don't know if it's accurate enough. Maybe somebody in that area can confirm that if they're there, watching the news.
Yeah, exactly, Ashley.
The email that they can send the screenshots to is info@unmasked.com, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I just want to make sure I say it correctly.
Because this all started after Chris put
it
that
just seems
post
like a lot
up
of time
yesterday.
and energy spent for high levels of manipulation, and that right there is extremely concerning. Oh, I think Mary has something to say. So we got to do that muting unmuting game.
Let's hope, Miss Justice. Hi, Suzette.
I just wanted to say that if this was all just a game or whatever to get me to confess or get me to leak information or them trying to find the leak that they're talking about, I just don't understand why they would do that, and then
What
think
leak?
that I'm the one who's leaking all this.
I don't understand that bit.
Excuse me. I called my whole freaking family today and let them know that Donnie was taken into custody last night and that Candace called me. And it's not my fault that my family goes out there and puts stuff on social media because it wasn't me, but that's what's going to happen. That's going to happen. Whether you tell a friend or your family member. I was just confiding in my family and letting them know that Donnie was taken to jail last night. So I don't see, whatever your plan was, to trick me or whatever, sorry, Donnie. That's all I can say is sorry. Didn't work. So.
No, what it ultimately did was just try to cause chaos and take the attention away from Summer, which is, I'm sure, what they wanted, and then to try to make you guys upset.
I don't know
because,
either, Sally.
They don't want anything that you guys say on this side of the family to stand, which is absurd. But it's, a day of cat and mouse.
Yeah, and Mary, maybe
Loretta's
you can
back.
release it here on their channel about you have a report on file, don't you?
Yeah, it's not a
police
quick
station
process.
to look up my old report that I did.
Yep.
Back when I
And-
was like 13, 14 years old. And they told me they wanted me to fill out a new report, so I did. So that is.
And you have 2 investigators assigned, don't you?
Mhm. Yep.
So this should quash any rumors that the sisters are not filing charges. It's in motion.
That's what it's all about.
So it's in motion. And by the way, the cops took the report. So police don't take reports unless they think they can prove crimes. So unfortunately, to the naysayers, Mary is a victim and she's been believed by the system.
Yep.
And now the system's in motion. Not only in Tennessee, but where she is. And you don't have to tell people where you are, Mary. Okay? For your own privacy. But the fact that you stood up on this channel on behalf of your niece and came out to the world and say, I'm worried about Summer. And now you get, this to happen to you last night. Okay. I don't, quite frankly, I just think, like Vanessa's saying, this is very troublesome. This will be looked at, very carefully during the investigative process.
Very mature.
Seriously.
Like, are they 5?
TBI does have the recorded call that Candace made last night. They do have it.
Yeah, and Deanne Len, you're right. She is a survivor. I apologize. You're 100% right. I should not have been calling you a victim, and I apologize for that.
What do you call them? False allegations?
Also, I wanted to say one more thing. Donnie, if you are listening, I just want you to know that I'm not just going after you. I'm going after Chris and Mitch Barrios, who were there at the same time, trying to rip my clothes off. And in my opinion, if I hadn't mustered up the strength to get up off that floor and run into Mom and Dad's bedroom, I believe I would have been gang raped that day. I fully believe it.
Oh my God.
So it's not just you I'm going after Chris and Mitch too.
That's awesome, Mary.
And you've told him that a couple of times.
I have goosebumps again, guys.
Yep.
You are very strong, Mary. I know a lot of survivors don't come out because of backlash, and coming out in this scenario, in
I
this
am too,
public
Miss Justice.
of a
This is a lot.
platform, and how this has been, it took a ton of courage. And I didn't get a chance to tell you that before, but I did want to tell you that now.
Same here, Shannon.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
She doesn't deserve this shit
No, thank you.
whatsoever. Like, seriously, guys, they have to go and get him.
Teresa, unless you have something else.
It's enough.
I don't know. I just processing.
Harry, you know how I feel about you. I think that you're an amazing individual. So, we'll talk soon. And you need anything, I'm always here. Absolutely.
Good night, Suzette. Thanks for popping in.
Hold on. We'll have to play the mute game real quick.
I really appreciate you being here for me, Teresa, and all of you, and Chris too, because I don't know.
Yeah, I'm going to sign off and let you 3 women, wrap. Let you 3 wrap up. Mary, great job again. Stay strong, okay? And
Yes.
Vanessa T, thank you so much for having
Imagine
me.
how she feels, guys. Like, we're this torn up. Imagine how
later.
them girls feel.
Bye.
Bye, Chris.
Yeah, I just wanted to tell both of you guys that I really appreciate you bringing me on. And so, I just wanted to get all this stuff cleared up, because of all the rumors that were going around today.
I'm so glad they did
driving me
this.
crazy, and then not being able to get a hold of my brother and thinking, God, the mafia's got him or something, and they beat the shit out of him last night, and he's probably dead somewhere. That's what I'm thinking, And for him to set this all up like this and do this to me, it just...
They'll be sitting back laughing
I'm not going to be able
too.
to trust him anymore, And I knew before that he lied a lot, and done stuff, and devious and stuff, but I didn't think he would ever do something like this to me. But it's okay, because
You're strong, Mary.
I'm done with you, Donnie. And I'm not going to believe anything you say anymore. So
I know, Ashley.
that's all I got to say. It's just really sad that you had to do this. And it's really sad that your 5-year-old daughter is paying the price.
Exactly.
That's all I'm going to say.
Well said.
Here you go. I don't know. This is just a lot. I don't even know what else. I don't even know what else to say. This was all fake. It's just like my mind is blown. And if it's real, my mind is blown. I mean, I know there's still no definitive answer. Let's just be real. But I am telling you right now, there is nothing that indicates in any way, shape, or form, besides the phone calls with Candace, that Mary had. And then, just to put it in perspective, there are some other YouTubers that Candace is in contact with on a daily basis. And Candace did tell them this morning that Don was in custody. And that was not through Mary. That was straight from Candace to them. So that's the only thing that's saying that he is. Other than that, there's no sites that say it. There's no news that says it. Nobody else says it. So, I mean, take it for what you want. But man, where the heck is Summer? That's all I'm going to say. Right.
Scott H. Guys, I'm just gonna...
I just wanted to say one thing. I know that Sheriff from Voices Behind the Wall talks to him a lot. So, I don't know, if you're watching this, Sheriff, can you call Donnie and actually talk to him?
Well, she's not talking to him anymore.
Just to make sure he is home.
She's done.
He is okay. Because I'm still thinking that somebody has him. And they beat him up,
Mary.
Even though, I got the call from the police station saying that he wasn't arrested and the call from TBI and stuff. I still, I just don't know. I feel like if I'm being tricked, okay.
She's beating herself up still.
I mean, at least let me know. It was just all a setup. Just at least let me know that you're okay.
They're punishing her and Jeannie. That's what they're doing.
From my understanding, and this is, I haven't watched yet, but there was a stream, I guess, tonight where Voices Behind the Wall, I guess, announced that she's not in contact with him anymore. But I mean, we can pass the message along that if she is, I mean, I just think that he should at least call his dad. At least call your dad and just say, like, hey, I'm okay. So that your dad isn't stressed out about something that's not even real.
Yeah, and I wouldn't have even gotten a hold of you, Teresa, if I didn't think that this was a serious situation, and so I don't know what to think anymore. My mind is just racing 1,000 miles. I just don't know what to think anymore.
God.
But like I said, if Donnie, you are watching this, please just call me and let me know you're okay.
Oh my God, guys.
That's all I want.
This is evil beyond words.
It also shows what kind of heart you have, Mary, that after everything you've been through, you are still caring and worried about him too. I just had to say that. I mean, that's actually, through this whole thing, I mean, that just shows what kind of heart you do have, because
this is what he wants.
I mean, you do seem genuinely stressed out and worried about him still, and that's this whole thing. I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, it's just crazy. It's really hard for me to grasp, because this whole case, it just baffles me. And I'm sure to everybody else who's following this case from the very beginning, you know, that's all I see is people saying this doesn't make sense. Something's missing. Something is wrong. You know, it just don't make sense. This whole thing just don't make sense at all.
It's once in a lifetime.
All right. Well, I think we're going to wrap it up for tonight. Hopefully something real comes out of this, and we get some answers, and it leads us in a better direction to figuring out what actually happened with Summer, because this was just pure chaos. At this point, I don't see any good reason for it. So I appreciate all of you guys coming in to chat and hanging out with us and being as respectful to Mary as we asked you to be. And we had our surprise guest that showed up. And yes, thank you, Branches. If you guys haven't and you want to, see any follow-up that we do on Summer Wells or any other cases, please, subscribe so that you guys can be notified of any other lives that we do have. And Mary, God bless you. I mean, it's really all I got to say. It's going to be okay.
You, Mary. Keep strong, girl.
V, back to you.
That's it. I appreciate everyone being here. I know it was a rough chat. Thank you, mods. I know you guys were working overtime. Hey, Profiling Evil. Good to see you. So yeah, I just appreciate it, and just please let us know if anything else comes about, Mary. But we appreciate you.
Yeah. Yes, I will.
Okay, guys. What is the verdict? I honestly, if you look at the timing of when Chris put up his community post yesterday about the Good Day for Summer and Justice for Jeannie and that sort of thing, and the timing of the phone call where Candace, like, you can see that it was building up to something, couldn't you? And I honestly think he's just losing his shit, because he knows that these charges are coming for him for the essay. And two things I kept thinking about watching that is, has he just run off and he's now in hiding, and Candace is just saying, they took him? Because we know now that it definitely was Candace, but fact is, and it is a fact, that he's not in custody. Yeah. So we know someone needs to go up there. We need to get onto Scott H or Don Buchanan or somebody bloody local to get their ass up on that hill and find out whether he is up there for Mary and for Summer and for Jeannie. Like, surely we can find somebody local to go up there and just see if the asshole is sitting in that house laughing his head off. And I don't think that's far-fetched at this point. It's got to stop. Like, this is just, I don't want to swear, but it's fucking ridiculous. Oh my God. But to me, I think, you know, it was a drunken act to, prank YouTube, but to bring Mary into it like that, it's retaliation. Like, you girls have done this against me, and now look what I'm going to do to you. No, yous are going to look so stupid. And, everyone's going to think yous are liars now, not me. No. You know, I watched, 423 Chase. Does somebody want to email him and see if he'll go up there? Somebody needs, no, don't go up there. It might be dangerous. Here I am telling people to go up there and see if his ass is up there. But you don't know what you'd be walking into either, you know. But surely they can get law enforcement to do a welfare check, guys. But 423 Chase would be the ideal guy to go up there. Or Scott H. I know Scott H has trouble getting around, I think. You know what, I thought that at first too, but I think they're great at fooling people. Yeah, I've never been fooled by, my voice is going again. I've never been fooled by Candace. I never thought she was this little victim sitting in the corner and Donnie's bossing her around. I'm sorry, but I've just never gone for that. I've never, if anything, I've always thought she was the aggressor and the angry one. They've probably done this. Yeah, no doubt, because this is who these people are. Like, this is their true character coming out now, guys. It's not the, oh, well, I'm all at church and let's believe in the resurrection. Come on now. This is exactly who they are. I'm starting to see that, Ashley Marie. I understand them. It's so friggin' immature and childish, and I swear to God, when that karma bus comes, it's going to friggin' flatten them. It's just too much. It's critical smart, not smart. Yeah. I've followed cases for 20 odd years, you know, from start to finish, and I have never, ever, ever come across anything even close to this. It's bizarre. But let's just put this little bit out there, guys. If someone did take him and Candace is off her face and drunk and she just thinks it's the police, could it be the Predator Hunter Nation people maybe? You know, maybe it was them. If he's gone, I swear to God, I'm not believing he has been kidnapped or whatever until the news say so. Because my brain can't take much more today. They smelt fishy from the start to me. Oh, yeah, absolutely. But yeah, the Predator Nation people, maybe they've got him locked up somewhere and beaten the living shit out of him for the truth. Who knows at this point? Or he's on the run because he thinks the police were coming yesterday to lock him up for the SA. I've never seen, no, I haven't, Shannon. Anyway, guys, I don't know. I don't know what hurts more right now, my head or my heart. Like, I've had 64 cups of coffee today and a packet of cigarettes, and I haven't eaten a thing. And I'm sure a lot of you are exactly the same. Hi, Tassels Keep. Thanks for coming in. I know, that's the thing. Can you imagine the life that these little ones have endured up until now? Like, if this is, and this is who they are, let's keep that real. They are nutters on a different level. But can you imagine, like, the kids are sitting back watching the way their parents behave, and like we were talking about this morning and yesterday, like, kids absorb everything, and it's monkey see, monkey do, you know, like monkey, you know that saying. I can't talk. I'm supposed to be homeschooling right now, guys, but I wanted to watch that live with you all to see what you all thought of the call. And Tiffany Marie this morning, she was beside herself. Like, I was listening to it live, and I'd already seen it on Web Sleuth's channel that it was debunked that he was not in jail, but Tiffany and the other two channels are sitting there waiting for the neighbour to ring in, and Tiffany's swearing black and blue that he's in custody, and I'm like, but he's not. And like, I didn't want to put comments in there to upset her or the chat or anything, but like, I found out on my own life that he wasn't in custody. So how Tiffany didn't find out for an hour later is still beyond me. But it wasn't for clickbait, guys. I wasn't the only one who come on. Although I did say he's in custody, but that doesn't mean charges have been laid. So at least I only went with half a story. Yeah, it is their normal, Loretta, 100%. Hi, Shelby. Is that how we pronounce it, Shelby? I have a daughter called Shelby, and it's Shelby. And I named her Shelby after my favorite movie ever, Steel Magnolias. And Julia Roberts' character Shelby. I just love that movie. Yeah, I did too, Shannon. I just didn't want to. And waiting for this neighbour that apparently was over there when law enforcement were there and all of that. Because I watched, it went from one channel to another where they're waiting for the neighbour, and I was getting dizzy and trying to keep up. Oh, I love that movie so much. It's my favourite. It's like, yeah. And then it went to Tiffany's live. So I was waiting there, but already knew that it had been debunked. But I was interested in waiting for the neighbour to come on that was supposed to be calling true crime commentary. So I was really confused. But then when we found out, no, he's not in custody, I'm like, he's either on the run because at that point we didn't know. Tiffany had mentioned she'd heard it from Candace's mouth. Okay, so it went from that to Tiffany going off, and then I come across the unmasked thing, and I thought I want to watch this with you guys so we can react together, if you will. Yeah, so I still don't know whether, because True Crime Commentary said she got a call at 1 a.m. and whoever it was had been over to the house with a neighbour, and that law enforcement were definitely there. So was that a setup as well? You know? Because the informant or whatever you want to call the person that was supposedly ringing True Crime Commentary, while she's on these lives waiting for them to call, and they weren't calling, so she's muted and then contacted them. They were in a car accident and had to have stitches. And I was like, this just seems really weird to me right now. Like, you know how you just get that vibe? And I thought, yeah, that just sounds a bit fishy to me. But they continued to wait for this person to call. So, yeah, I'll be interested to see if that was a prank as well. Wheezy. Everyone calls you Wheezy. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, guys, I don't know. You just can't make this shit up for the life of... We were going to do StreamYard and everything, the Savo, but my brain can't cope with it right now. Seriously, I need a shower. I need something to eat. And bring Summer home and stop this shit. Like, it's enough now. I wonder if law enforcement can charge them with, well, it's not even false reporting, is it? It's, I don't know. But no doubt in an hour, there's going to be more things come to light. Without a doubt. Glad you clarified that, Wheezy. I wasn't sure what name to use. Public nuisance, yeah, well, that's a thing, isn't it, Miss Justice? Can they charge them with that? Public YouTube nuisance? I'm not trying to be funny, guys. It's just, I just can't believe it. Like, I'm seriously in shock that this is going this way and some are still missing, and that's not the priority for them. And I think that's why my heart's hurting so bad. It's hurting for Summer. It's hurting for Mary and Jeannie and the other ladies. And you can only imagine, can't you? Like, it's just beyond belief. Obstruction in an investigation? Possibly. Can we make up our own charges? And can we be judge, jury, and executioner? Because I think we'd have it in the bag right now. TBI has the call. Good excuse to haul them in for something. Let's hope, Miss Justice. Surely this has got to a point where they can bring them in. Wouldn't that be awesome? It would be so awesome. You know, that's the name of my patchwork and quilting business. So awesome. Without an E but for the W. Loretta Lee, wouldn't that be awesome? Yes, they only care for themselves. Yeah, I just think they're in panic mode because they've had a blue with, well, allegedly have had a, we call a blue like a tiff, an argument with their other buddies, and they think Donnie's going to be locked up, which he will be before too long. Anyway, guys, I'm going to get off. Yes, I do make quilts, and tomorrow I'm going to show you guys the progress on my summer quilt. And what I was going to say yesterday, just before I go off, I've decided for our 1,000th subscriber goal that I'm going to give away a summer Wells quilt. Okay, so it's not going to be a big queen size bed size or anything. It'll be a lap quilt, but yeah, I'll show you the one I'm going to keep for myself tomorrow. And yeah, so it'll probably take a few weeks to get to 1,000 subs, and I can have the other one made, and it'll be my cost to post to America or whoever, but we'll do a lucky draw and pull out a name, and it'll be all exciting because I want to be able to give back as well, you know, and yeah, I think it would be really cool to have someone have something I've made. You need a quilt too, Loretta. Oh, yeah, I don't want it to just be about clicks, like as I say all the time. I'll put, okay, guys, so go over to my Instagram and I'll post some photos for you guys of quilts I've made and works in progress and stuff like that. You are over 500. Yeah, I know, Shannon. I got like I know for big creators, it's probably not the biggest thing under the sun, but I think I had 390 or something this time yesterday afternoon. And then I woke up this morning and I had 579 and I was so excited. And the last time I looked, I think we were at 589. But yeah, I'm going to donate a quilt and we'll be doing a few of those as we go forward. Little lap quilts, you know, like so when you're curled up on the lounge and you're listening to me on a live or something, you can be cuddled up with your own little quilt. I've been sharing you in groups. Oh, thank you, Ashley. I know, I can't wait to sit outside and smoke, but close to 600. Yeah, we are, Josie. We're getting there. Like I was even that frustrated the other night. I went to bed and Googled how long does it, you're going to think I'm crazy. Like I know I am a bit crazy. I Googled how long does it take to get 1,000 subs on YouTube? And you won't believe how long Google tells you it's going to take. Google says 2 years. 2 years. Oh my God. I'm like, hell no. We cannot be waiting 2 years. I want to smoke outside. I want to be like chasing truth and wander around the house and stuff. Take you to the shop with me. Yeah, so to me this morning when I did wake up and we were at 5, whatever it was, I was like, oh, we're closer. It's not about the money, guys. It's about smoking outside in the fresh air. And yeah. So thank you so much if you're sharing it and liking it. And it literally is like word of mouth, isn't it? No way. It won't take that long. Oh, bloody hope not. I'm going to have to work out a way to carry the laptop around with me. No way it would. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I am going to go and have a shower and food and not look at things until I've done those 2 jobs. We have to look after ourselves because mentally, I know I was going to go, but did you happen to hear the shit that come out of Benny's mouth on Voices Behind the Walls thing about how much he's aged in the last 4 weeks because of this case? Did anyone hear that? I'm going to make a snippet of it and we'll play it tomorrow, and we'll definitely do our StreamYard panel tomorrow night, guys. I just can't right now. Wash that man out of your hair. Okay, be good to each other and remember you're worth it. And I'm sorry we're not doing panel tonight, but I'm sure you are all over it as well. And we'll talk to you tomorrow. Unless something really, really major happens, I'll pop back on. But otherwise, thank you all so much for coming in, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye. You're worth it.